Hello people! So one thing that we're working on right here is getting rid of this stupid lever that's on the door. We're trying to find a screw that fits in here so that we can have this lever on this side for the pull, but on the push, by the way, thanks to Erica for finding these little things, we want to find a screw that goes there so that it's kind of flat with the door. Thank you to Erica for getting Christmas trees. 1,500 pounds of acoustic panels arrived today. I just have to make the time to hang them. I've hung several of my licenses up there. We finally got our licenses. Took long enough. Until I figure out exactly how I want the front to be, I just kind of have these folding tables here with those two Husky tables. I'm not really exactly sure how I want to set the counter up for dealing with people who walk in and out. I have a few ideas as to what the most efficient way would be, but I'd like to try it a couple of different ways and just figure out what is it that I need to be able to offer a base level estimate on the most amount of things in the least amount of space, but also the most amount of space to take numerous customers. I got a few ideas that I'm working on there. These are the rest of the acoustic panels. Thank you to Mitchell at True V Security Systems for putting in the alarm system over there. So we got a real alarm system now. So the rack that we got is a little too small for most of the rack round equipment. I'm finding this out. I wanted to make my own NAS. I wound up just saying screw it and buying a Synology because it was driving me nuts. So if you want to be able to boot off of an M2 drive, it takes away some of your SATAs. I found a board that doesn't do that, but it was full ATX rather than micro ATX. And if I want a case that fits in this rack with 8 drives, I have to get one that uses micro ATX. It was just a nightmare, so I just said fuck it and I give up. I buy a Synology. But the UPS that I got is actually too big to fit in this rack. This thing is about $600, 3,000 volt amp, rack mountable. I wasn't aware of the different rack sizes. I'm a noob, so oh well. What are you going to do? I'm probably just going to wind up putting the rack on top of that thing. We've got a bunch of work in here on these shelves. I plan on getting a different kind of more aesthetically pleasing shelf for the front. Those are going to be mostly for equipment later. You can see that we have people working over there. There's desks everywhere. So this is coming along pretty nicely. Paul's desk over there. And yeah, that's all this junk over here. Lots of junk to throw away. More acoustic panels. Everywhere there's an acoustic panel. Here, acoustic panel. There, acoustic panel. Speakers. Need my speakers. I still got to set up my desk. The iPhone guy moved out of my room, so I'm going to wind up setting this up the way I want later. One thing I'm finding is that we had so much stuff in that old store packed into such a small space. There were boxes and boxes and boxes and boxes of spare parts, spare kits. It was taking days just to unpack all that stuff. I got my closet over here. It's half camera stuff, half bike stuff. I wanted a camera for all my bike stuff. So there's a lot of bike stuff in this closet. I'm going to wind up having half of my office just for bike stuff, which is awesome. That's the old shit acoustic panel. These are the new acoustic panels over here. I got to get something to put the Crest ultrasonic cleaners on. One of the things that's made this really difficult is that I wanted to have zero downtime. So I'm moving a company that's handling about 600 tickets simultaneously with 14 employees, and I want to be able to do that while still taking in all the mail-in walk-in customers without having any downtime. So what's been difficult is any employee that I take off of fixing and put into moving, they're not going to be fixing stuff. So the people that are fixing things have to work much more in order to make that work. And the people who are moving also don't have the help of everybody who's fixing stuff. It's not like we all stop, because then we would have downtime, which is why it's kind of happening in stages. But I'm very happy with how it is happening in stages. Like, again, some of the 2 to 5 day turnarounds have turned into 10 to 14, and I'm not exactly the most happy with it. But considering, you know, everything, I'm actually happy with the progress that's been made so far. The desks, we didn't put them up against the wall because we noticed that if we did that, we would lose a lot of room. This is all the stuff that we still have to organize. We got boxes and boxes of crap here. This is going to be data recovery section. So Steve is taking all of his donor drives and putting them in these Uline racks here, which makes them look a lot nicer. This is the PC3000 desk station here, and its own global industrial desk. That's the first Pure Air VLF with the word Oreo on it, because everybody at the store loves Oreo. That's the second one. I'm not using that thing yet. Nobody's using that yet. We want to replace the HEPA filters and everything else inside of it first. We got new HEPA filters and pre-filters for both of these arriving next week. So that's a PC3K machine. One of those is going to be a second PC3K machine. And the other one has some other cards in it that I don't even understand. But yeah, Steve's donor drive collection is crazy. It's just, I don't know how he keeps track of all those donor drives, but he's like when someone walks in with a drive, he'll just go, "Oh yeah, yeah, like I need this one from over here," and he just picks it up immediately, and he knows that this is the one that has the heads for that drive. Like he's got a massive memory to be able to do all that. I got to carry the extra flooring that I have left to the basement. That's been fun. That's the shipping station over there. Yeah, there's a lot of. We just hung a camera earlier. I got a bunch more cameras to hang. There's a lot of. I gotta cut this thing open because there's cockroaches under it, and I think there may be some eggs under this. So I gotta cut this whole thing out of here. See what's inside of it. Probably bleach the shit out of it. Put some foam in where I think the cockroaches are getting in, and then put it back on. The front, I really do have to make this look nicer. I realize I have to make that look nicer, but I want to figure out what the exact form factor is based on some experimentation before I do that. And I figure now's the best time to do it because the place is going to look a little messy anyway since we're just moving in. Anyway, that's it. Store update video. See y'all next.